Hello everyone and welcome back to my Virtuous Last Words Let's Play. The last time we finished up the laboratory, Dio blackmailed us to choose ally, and well, we still don't know what we do about that. I mean, I can choose, right? Yeah, I can choose. But I am guessing that... Okay, that's interesting. This is actually the longer path. I mean, this is probably gonna be betrayed, right? It's gonna be like, I die. Wait. Is that proof it wasn't murder? Oh. Oh. Right, because we now know that we can, what Radical 6 does. There's enough antiviral medication. And we can clone it now. With a weird thingy, right? Or... No, wait, we still don't know where Quark found it, but maybe we can go to the laboratory. Okay, we have more options. The thing is, I don't know if I want to go with the options, though. Because this thing is, I'm still speculating that this, or this, like one of these will be, like the final path. I mean, this could also be a red herring, right? This could, like, be, like, right in the middle. Or... I think it was one of the shorter parts that actually extended way down in the first game. But then again, the first game wasn't made with the flowchart in mind, so... Like, that was added later. I don't know, man. Now that I think of this, is probably gonna be the betray path. It's probably gonna be like over here where we betrayed Alice, and she was like, no way I'm gonna, like, go on a room with, like, in a escape room with her together, so we have only one choice. Or, like, no choice, I should say. Much to think about, but I don't need to think about that right now. Only when I have the choice to make another ending. How's he doing?
He seems to be stable, as far as I can tell.
Still sleeping.
I see. Mind if I have a look?
Please, go ahead.
I made my way around the partition, to the side of Quark's bed. The journal and the thing fine I had talked about would definitely need to be addressed, but for the moment, the AB game was what I needed to concentrate on. Lives were at stake, mine, and Quark's. Those infected by Radical 6 eventually develop a powerful urge to commit suicide. If the journal was telling the truth, then as soon as the anesthetic wore off, Quark would go insane again. What if we weren't able to restrain him a second time? What if he managed to kill himself before we got to him? Or perhaps he'd just get out of the infirmary and go hide somewhere. On the other hand, it wasn't like we could keep anesthetizing him forever. There was only one way to save Quark, and that was with Excelivir. Unfortunately, Dio has stolen it. If we wanted to get it back, Clover and I would have to vote ally. But if I did, there was an excellent chance I would end up dead. The question was then what to do. Sacrifice myself to save Quark? Or keep quiet about the danger he was in to save myself? It was so faint, I almost didn't hear it.
Grandpa.
God, that scared me for a second.
Grandpa.
He shifted a little, then fell silent again. It was enough, though. What on earth had I been thinking? How could I have even considered letting a child die in my place? Suddenly, my cheeks felt hot with embarrassment and disgust. That I had considered letting Quark die, even for a minute, was pathetic. There was only one choice. There had only ever been one choice. No way was I going to leave Quark to die. My hands tightened into fists as I looked down at him. Any uncertainty I felt before was gone. I knew what I had to do.
10 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
This is gonna be really unepic right now, but I'm gonna choose Betray first, as you guys can probably guess.
All players, please enter your votes. If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally. Results will be displayed in the warehouse.
Looks like it's almost time. You two should head back.
What about you?
Not going. I'm worried about Quark.
But you're a solo. If you don't vote...
I'll automatically ally. I know. I heard the voice on the intercom just like you.
What are you going to do if Kay and Alice vote Betray?
Nothing, I suppose. Just means I lost that round. I'd just be voting ally anyway. You know who my opponents are, right? Alice only has one BP left. If I pick Betray and they chose ally, I'd kill her. I'm not so desperate to escape that I'm gonna kill someone for it. And even if I was, I can't leave Quark behind. You see? Doesn't matter if I go into the AB room or not. My vote's the same either way.
And Myoji's mind was made up. Trying to persuade him to leave would have been pointless. Alright. Take care of Quark.
Of course. You worry about yourself.
Let's go.
Okay.
Luna and I headed out of the infirmary, leaving Tenmyoji and Quark behind. When we got to the warehouse, we found everyone else waiting for us. I mean, it's still fascinating to be like, for Dio, that's quite risky to just run around, right? He should have just gone into the AB room so that the gates close and he could be safe, right? I mean, I guess it's boring to wait 45 minutes in there, but like, it's still safer than just going around. Like, I could have, like, he didn't even like, I don't think he actually like shadowed us, right? Like, he didn't know what we were doing. I mean, okay, Kay wasn't like with him, but it could have like planned with like everyone else to like overwhelm him. He doesn't know that. Well, not quite everyone. One other person was missing. Hey, where's Dio?
Take a look at the doors.
Okay, he's actually in there. They're all closed. When we came in here before, the one on the far right was open.
And that would mean...
Then he went in, I guess.
Exactly.
That bastard. He'd probably been worried I might try and take the accelerator from him by force so he'd hid himself in the AB room. But why didn't he do that like immediately? Why didn't he just go to the laboratory, wherever Kay went? What a coward. I'd made up my mind to choose ally no matter what, but part of me had still considered trying to jump Dio if he dropped his guard. Now he'd made sure I would get the chance to try.
Where's Tenmyoji?
Oh,
Luna explained Tenmyoji's choice.
I see. Well, I guess that means I don't have to worry about him picking Betray.
right. What will you guys be choosing then?
Ally, of course.
Because my BP is 6, I assume.
Yes. As long as Tenmyoji votes ally, I can't choose Betray. If I do, Kay's BP will go up to 9.
But what if he forces you?
You needn't worry.
That laugh was weird.
I would never do something so crass.
Really?
Of course.
Then you don't need to go in there.
Excuse me?
Alice can vote by herself. Then we don't have anything to worry about, right?
Well, I apologize, but I'm afraid I can't agree to that.
Why not?
I just can't. Shall we go, Alice?
Hey, hold on a minute there.
Kay continued briskly towards the AB room as if he simply hadn't heard Vi. Alice scrambled to follow him, perhaps concerned that he would lock her out. Only seconds later, they disappeared in the third room from the left.
I hope Alice is going to be okay.
Well, there's nothing we can do now. If Kay told the truth, she'll be fine.
5 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Time's almost up. Come on, Luna.
Right.
They headed off at a trot with the second room from the right and were soon out of sight inside it. All right, Clover, time for us to go.
Oh, okay. Right behind you.
I sighed to myself and headed towards the leftmost AB room. Don't die. Start.
What are you gonna do?
I don't really have a choice, do I? There's only one thing I can do. I'm going to choose Ally.
You can't! You'll die!
Well, you never know. Just because Dio told us to ally doesn't necessarily mean he's going to pick Betray.
Do you really think a jerk like that is going to choose Ally if he doesn't have to? No. No way! He's got 6 BP right now. If he picks Betray, then he'll have 9 points!
Well, what about you?
Huh?
You've got 6 BP too, right? If Dio chooses Ally and we choose Betray, then you'd have 9 BP.
What? No, that's not... I didn't even realize that until you brought it up. I'm just trying to tell you that Dio is going to pick Betray. That's who he is.
And I'm trying to tell you that I've made up my mind. That's who I am. The only choice is Ally. It's the only chance we have to get that medicine back.
That's why Dio called you an IG. What makes you think he's going to give us the Excelavir, even if you do what he says?
Maybe he won't, but I can guarantee that he'll destroy it if I pick Betray. That's who he is.
Fine. If you aren't gonna listen to me, then I guess I don't have a choice. I'll be pushing that button.
Huh? Before I realized what was going on, Clover ducked past me and ran towards the voting machine. No! Stop! I snatched her by the arm and hauled backwards with all my strength.
Ow!
Sorry. Guess that was a little too hard, huh?
Hey! What do you think you're doing? You can't just throw a girl around like that.
Well, you're the one who tried to trick me.
But you're gonna die! Dio's going to kill you! You can't do this! I don't want you to die.
10 seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Thanks. It means a lot to hear you say that, Clover. I gave her my best reassuring nod and turned to face the polling machine.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, this does not make any sense, but you know how it is. We gotta be lame for us. Gotta ruin the moment, right? Let's just...
Round 2 of the Ambidex game has been completed.
I'll tell you, he chose Ally right now, because I chose Betray in the next round. If I chose Ally, he's gonna betray me and I die. I mean, that doesn't make sense because the tree continues, but whatever.
Results will be displayed in the warehouse. Thank you for your participation. Ambidex gates now opening.
Oh man. Clover and I walked slowly out of the AB room. Dio glanced over at us as he exited his own room. I looked away before he could make eye contact.
Sigma,
My hand slipped.
why? After all that stuff you said. I mean, it's not like I'm criticizing you. I think you made the right decision.
Sorry.
You don't need to apologize. I think I would have chosen Betray if I was in your position. We'll find another way, alright? We just have to keep an eye on Dio. As soon as he gives us an opening, we take it. And I'm sure Alice will help us too.
Did you tell her?
It's okay. We can trust Alice. There's no way she told him. Anyway, let's go check the results.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so much for Kay not choosing betray, huh? Mean? Now I really don't know what to think of him. We had like 2 routes that was like really nice, and then 2 where he was like this.
Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
Hey, what the hell is this?
Sorry, I decided to choose betray.
Oh, so you don't care what happens to Quark?
What kind of a cold-hearted bastard are you?
Jeez.
Please, just give it back.
Hey, Sigma, what are you talking about?
We found the accelerator in the laboratory.
And Dio stole it. What? You mean he has it? Right now?
Nah, I don't have it.
What?
Well, I won't have it in about 2 seconds.
The moment the words left his mouth, I knew what he was planned to do. No! Don't! I leapt towards him as I spoke, but it was already too late. Dio snatched the vial out of his pocket, brought it up, and threw it to the ground.
No!
You bastard!
What are you doing?
A promise is a promise. If you'd chosen Ally, this never would have happened. You want to blame someone? Blame yourselves.
Gah. I'd had enough. Something snapped in my brain. Bastard! Ugh! I let out a guttural roar and leapt forward, only to be stopped short by a firm hand on my arm. It was Phi.
Hold it.
Why are you stopping me?
Because this isn't the time for that.
Huh? What do you mean this isn't the time for... Kay's already
Look at
leaving.
the number 9 door.
Yeah. Kay. Kay was indeed standing in front of the door. What is he?
No!
9. His BP is 9.
What?
Suddenly we were all running towards Kay and the number 9 door. I mean, he has the highest chance to survive with that suit of his, right? Kay, what the hell do you think you're doing?
What am I doing? Well, that should be obvious, but if you insist, I am attempting to leave.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I assure you, I would do no such thing. I am perfectly serious. After a rational assessment of the facts, I have concluded that this is the wisest course of action. What is currently our highest priority? The answer is, of course, to save Quark. He must be taken to a hospital as soon as possible. For that to happen, one of us must escape and call for help. Currently, the only one of us capable of doing so is myself. That is why I intend to escape.
And leave us all behind.
Unavoidable, but as I said, I do intend to call for help.
Couldn't you have at least waited until the next round? Then you could have raised Quark's BP to 9 and taken him with you.
And what would happen if Dio was Quark's opponent in the next round? I have no illusions about what Dio would do. This is the most logical choice.
The number 9 door has been opened. It will remain open for 9 seconds.
Wait! Where's Alice?
Ah, yes. Alice is in the AB room. She has collapsed, but you needn't be concerned.
You just knocked her out.
She is only sleeping.
Oh no! What did you do to Alice?
You will need to ask her yourself. I must take my leave.
Hey! God damn it! Wait!
Dio charged at Kay, but the larger man easily sidestepped in and tumbled nimbly through the door just before it closed. So much for your stupid schemes, Dio. See how far that brought you now, huh? That's, yeah. Great.
The number 9 door has closed. This ends the nonary game. Thank you. As the game is escape, please in...
Game over. I mean, that was not hard to foresee. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm back to save number 1. I don't need to save right now. I mean, I don't, but whatever. Look at how much more playtime we have now. It's crazy, man. I mean, I could actually continue this, right? I could. But on the other hand, there will probably be more locks down there, right? Right? It's tempting, but I won't. Actually, I actually do want to have, like, the moment, you know? Yeah. Here's a big speech about how he's gonna choose ally, which we will skip this time, so this will only be half as epic.
What are you gonna do?
I'm sorry. This is what we're gonna do. We will save you, Quark, and hopefully not die. Oh, that's been recorded. Clover and I stepped out of the AB room. For several long moments, we just stared at one another. Words weren't necessary. Everything she would have tried to tell me, I could already see in her eyes. Let's go. I turned and headed towards the results screen.
Sigma!
I heard her behind me, her voice barely louder than a whisper. The choice was already made. I stood up straight and kept walking. You still choose betray, huh? Ally. Well, it's been a good run, everyone. But, we did.
Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
What?
Sigma's BP is...
Negative!
Suddenly all eyes were on me. I felt their weight, but stood my ground. It was the result I had expected. I took a deep breath and closed my eyes. I didn't have to wait long. There was a sharp, quick pain in my wrist, barely even noticeable. I couldn't feel anything flowing into my veins, but I knew it was there. First would be the anesthetic Soporil. I blinked and my vision started to blur. When I tried to think, it felt like my mind had been stuffed with cotton. My legs began to wobble, then gave out entirely as I crumpled to the floor.
Sigma! Sigma! Hang on! Hey! Sigma! Get up!
Sigma!
Oh no! Oh no, oh no, oh no!
Trying to open my eyelids was like trying to lift sheets of lead. My eyes had lost the ability to focus, but I could make out a blur that had to be Dio in front of the number 9 door. Damn it. You'll keep your promise. God damn it. I groaned and with a Herculean effort lifted my head and then my sluggish body off the floor. Every step was a battle, and whenever I shifted my weight, my muscles threatened to give out again. But somehow I forced myself ahead, a single thought burning in my mind. I would reach Dio. Then at last, the smudge of color faded into a recognizable person. I threw out my hand in front of him. Give it back. Give me the medicine.
Give it back? Don't act like it's yours. Aren't we supposed to share everything we find here?
I don't care. Just hand me the medicine.
What are you talking about?
We found the auxiliary in the laboratory.
And Dio stole it.
What?
You mean he has it? Right now?
Yeah. So?
I kept my promise. Now you... I wasn't a fool. I knew the kind of person Dio was. There was a chance he wouldn't give us back the auxiliary. If he didn't, then I'd die with my hands around his throat. I gathered as much of my mind as I could and got ready to attack.
Fine.
Not quite what I'd been expecting.
Here.
With a shrug, he pulled the vial out of his pocket and tossed it towards me. I caught it and pulled the tiny glass bottle to my chest, worried I might drop it. The label said unmistakably Auxiliary. It was the real thing. Clover, take it. I held it out towards her.
Right. Of course.
She quickly tucked it into her pocket. Good. Now at least Quark will be alright. With that, the last of my strength left me, and I dropped to my knees.
Sigma! Are you okay? Sigma! Sigma!
I guess this is it.
First is the soap reel, which puts you to sleep. 9 minutes later, the tubocularine is injected, numbing your respiratory muscles. I guess you could say it'll really take your breath away.
9 minutes. Once the soap roll was injected, I had 9 minutes until the muscle relaxed and followed it. About 4 minutes had already passed, which left me with 5, give or take a little. In 5 minutes, I would be dead. What could I do in 5 minutes? How could I save myself? Heh. I gave a raspy, quiet laugh, even with death staring me in the face. I seemed to be determined to struggle right up until the very end. Okay, Sigma. You can do this. Clinging desperately to what little consciousness I had left, I racked my brain for any possible solutions. How could I save myself? There was this thing that countered the relaxant. How? There had to be something. Every problem, no matter how difficult, has a solution. There's always another option. Hopelessness is a state of mind. I just had to think. Think. If there was a way out, I'd find it. I wasn't ready to give up on life yet. There had to be an answer. We continued? To be continued. Come on, we know... We found, like, in one of the branches, we found, like, the thing that counteracts, like, the muscle relaxant. We found that. We found that. 5 minutes of life. Well... Should we... I don't know if I want to do that one. I feel like that's gonna end up... There's... Do I really want to go back entirely to the beginning? I mean, That can't reach that far down, can it? Right? Oh man. 1 minute we're dying. Next minute, Alice is dead. Oh man. I hope you are better at keeping up with the different branches of the thing than I am. Of the flowchart, I mean. Those infected by Radical 6 eventually develop a powerful urge to commit suicide. Suddenly, Clover moved. I leapt forward and clammed my hand around her wrist.
What are you doing?
Clover, listen to me. Alice wasn't killed. Nobody murdered her. She took her own life.
What? No.
Open the second lock. Crazy.
No. There's no way she'd do that.
It's true. She stabbed herself in the heart with a scalpel.
All right. Where'd she get the scalpel then?
Well?
I did hear someone come into the infirmary right after the AB game ended.
Was that before I showed up?
Yes. I got up to see who it was, but they were already gone. It could have been Alice.
So she could have taken the scalpel then.
Yes, I think so.
You're lying! This is all a lie! It has to be!
It's not. It's the truth.
Then why did she do it? Why would Alice kill herself?
She probably didn't have a reason.
What?
She'd been infected with Radical 6. That's what killed her.
But you just said she killed herself! Just tell me the truth!
I am.
Then prove it! Your 10 seconds ran out a long time ago. So if you don't have any proof...
I do! Question mark? I have proof. There was a journal in the lab, wasn't there, Kay? Show it to me.
Journal?
It would have been in the safe.
Oh, well, Alice would have it then.
Hi, can you... I don't feel right touching a dead woman's body. Could I take a look?
Sure.
Her hands barely shook as she quickly searched through Alice's clothing. It was only seconds before she stopped. Slowly and carefully, she drew something out. There it was. The journal. I turned to hand it to me, but I shook my head. You'll read it. It's in Latin. I can't make heads or tails of it. She cocked an eyebrow at me and flipped the small book open. When she looked back up at me, it was with both suspicion and surprise.
Yeah, it is Latin. But translating this is impossible. It's full of words I've never heard before. I can barely understand any of this.
Page 216.
Huh?
Turn to page 216. You should be able to read that one. Pia's frown deepened, but she did it as I suggested. I watched her eyes quickly scan the page before looking up at me with renewed suspicion.
Yeah, I can read this page. How did you know? No, wait. How did you even know there was a journal in the lab?
I just knew.
You just knew? Come on.
Look, just read it, okay? Clover wants to hear what it has to say. Right?
Yeah.
Right. Give me a moment to look it over.
After a few moments of whispering to herself in Latin, Phi began to translate, paraphrasing the contents of the journal. Radical 6 reduces the processing speed of the brain. Okay, yeah, okay, we already have that like twice now. Like
Oh
three
Lord,
times.
please. Let their future be a bright one.
Phi shut the journal with a soft slap. A sickly silence drifted through the room. The newspaper article, the recording, the conversation with Tenmyoji, and now this journal entry. There was no more hiding from the truth. The pandemic had already happened. All of Clover's rage suddenly dissipated, and she collapsed to the floor, tears pouring down her face. None of us had the heart to say anything, and for several long moments the only sound in the room was Clover's sobs.
We've got a problem. It's almost time for the primary doors to open.
Yeah, only 10 minutes left.
Sorry, but I'll be taking Alice's bracelet. Vi and I won't be able to open the secondary door without it.
So she was a magenta pear, just like me.
Just now noticed that, did ya?
As he spoke, Dio grabbed the bracelet off the floor and dropped it into his pocket.
What color is your bracelet, Luna?
I'm a cyan pear.
You are part of Clover's pair, then. That means the two of you will need to come with me.
I guess so. Come on now, Clover. We need to go. Alice would want you to survive, wouldn't she? You'll never be able to figure out why all this happened if you stay here. Please. You're right. Alice, I promise I'll find out what happened to you. I'll figure out who Zero really is. I mean, if you'd never been locked up in here, you never would have... This never would have happened. So it's like Zero killed you. I promise. I'll avenge you.
Clover stood up and rubbed her hands roughly over her eyes, smearing tears across her cheeks. Then with a determined frown, she strode out of the room.
All right, we're out of time. Move, people.
You guys head on down to the Floor B warehouse. We'll catch up with you later.
Oh, right. Quark's got the yellow bracelet, which makes him our partner, right?
Yeah, can't exactly leave him behind.
Without him, we'd end up stuck in the AB room. Okay, let's go. We'll see the rest of you once we've picked up Quark.
Very well. Until we meet again.
Infirmary. Hopefully he's still asleep and not doing anything stupid.
Clark, you're awake.
Yeah, I just woke up.
Okay.
Hey, where's everybody else?
Oh God, Quark.
Tenmyoji's entire body shook with emotion as he drew closer to him. He cautiously laid a trembling hand on the boy's shoulder, almost as if he were afraid Quark would disappear in a puff of smoke the moment he was touched. When Quark proved to indeed be corporeal, Tenmyoji let out a cry and threw his arms around him.
What's wrong? Are you okay, Grandpa?
It's nothing. Nothing's wrong. I'm fine.
But...
Quark gave him a puzzled look. Tenmyoji didn't even notice. His face was a mixture of happiness and relief, and I could see tears twinkling from the wrinkled corners of his eyes. All traces of his usual gruff stoicism had vanished. I didn't want to interrupt such a happy reunion, but we were running out of time. Still, Tenmyoji deserved a few minutes. I left him alone. At last, Tenmyoji seemed to recover and shifted from an embrace to a protective arm around their shoulder.
So, how are you feeling?
Feeling? Well, okay, I guess. Was I sick or something?
No. You're not sick. If you feel fine, then you're fine.
Huh?
I'm sorry. I should never have gotten you involved in all this.
What are you apologizing for?
Sorry.
You're doing it again. Are you sure you're okay? So, where's everybody else? Mr. Sigma's here, but he's just been standing there looking kind of silly.
He's just standing there, menacingly. I gave him a nervous smile and explained about the white doors. I got the feeling Tenmyoji didn't want Quark to know about Radical 6, so I avoided any mention of it. Alice's death was something I also left for later.
Okay, that makes sense. That means I'm on a team with you guys, right?
Right.
So, these white doors, when are they gonna open?
Well, we've got about 4 minutes until the primary doors open.
Oh, that's not good. We need to hurry, come on! How do we get to the Floor B warehouse?
Okay, we're going.
Follow me. Are we really going with Quark? I don't know. I really don't trust him to... Like, he's still infected, right? And we still don't know how the virus spreads, right? Like, he could have 100%, like, infected Tenmuji right now. If it's, like, you know, airborne. But we still don't know that. So, that's not good. I feel like this is not gonna end well. Also, I mean, yeah, Sigma's obviously also gonna catch her too, but meh. Oh no. Oh no, indeed. Warehouse B. Lock. Okay, but 1 second. Come on, please. Let me in the menu.
Chromatic doors have opened.
This one. Okay, there was the... I mean, that's weird, right? Because that ending implied everyone had Radical 6, yeah? Because everyone, like, killed themselves. So maybe we're already all infected and maybe that doesn't matter.
5 minutes remain until chromatic doors close.
You're late. Where the hell have you been? Quark?
You're awake! And fully recovered, apparently.
I am also relieved to see you well again.
Me too.
Wait a minute. What are you talking about?
I looked out at the others from behind Quark and held a warning finger up to my lips. There were a few momentarily raised eyebrows and some nervous coughing, as everyone suddenly fell silent.
Huh?
From Quark's perspective, it must have seemed especially odd.
Anyway, there isn't any time left. We need to hurry.
But there are 3 doors.
Which team goes in which door?
All of the doors are identical for this round. I believe it doesn't matter which team uses which door.
Then we're taking the one in the middle.
Why that one?
You want a kill shot, you aim for the center. You're more likely to just miss the extremities.
That logic is flawed and more than slightly disturbing. Unfortunately, I don't really have a counter-argument, so center door it is.
Poor Fire, she's just stuck with them.
I suppose we could go with the one on the left. Is that okay? I mean, we could go with the other one if you want.
Kay and Clover only nodded.
Well, there's only one left.
The door on the right.
Any objections? All right, let's move.
30 seconds remain until chromatic doors close.
Hurry it up, Phi. This thing's gonna close.
I know.
It's time we were going as well.
Right. Sure.
We are going. Come on, guys, there's no time to waste.
Right behind you.
Let's go.
2, 1, 0. Chromatic doors closing.
Director's office, ooh. Okay. Why is there an armor and a balloon? More of the lion eating the sun. What's this place?
Probably the office of whoever it is that's running this place.
It said director's office on the door.
So this might be Zero Senior's office.
Maybe. Or maybe not.
Well, which is it?
Why the hell would I know?
We should look around. If this really is Zero Senior's room, there might be some clues.
Yeah, you got a point. Let's get started then. Indeed. Seek a way out. Interesting. But we won't be doing that today. Because today is the end of the Anyways, it's been 45 minutes, the end of the episode. We did learn quite a bit. Also, Sigma almost died. I mean, I'm pretty sure we're gonna save him with like the... I don't remember which branch we found that in, but there was this like thing. Wait. I just had a light bulb moment. Immunoglobulin. There was the... What was that again? Was that... Didn't we have something about that? Is there, 9 immunoglobulin. The important part of the body's defense against viruses, bacteria, and other identifiers and measures certain threats. The AG replicator found in the lab gets its name from immunoglobulin. Was that the spot? Was that here before? Did I just not get it? So we can replicate that. What was the... damn it. I don't remember. What was the thing that counteracted the tuberculin? Do we have that? No. Dark secret. And that's Jumpy Doll. The cat problem. Can be counteracted with cholinesterase inhibitor, but it's not clear if the non game it has any of it. Okay. Thought we found that. Didn't we? Or am I just making this up in my mind? But anyway, at least we can... Now we can, like, we know what the thing is. It can just, like, replicate these immunoglobulin thingies. So that's something. But yeah. Okay, light bulb moment over. It wasn't even, like, right. It was just like, oh yeah, right. It did say IG, huh? But anyway. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. And I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.